Today I'll take your hand in mine and make a promise to entwine my life with yours forever and a day. It's always done that way. As long as lovers seek to be together till they cease to be. So let me say most gratefully that here with you is home to me. My dear, I thank the heavens above for sending me this timeless love. Our hands are joined to make a vow. It seems so basic, yet somehow so small, against a life of ebb and flow, of places yet to know. Our joy and tears will light the way. Our trust will turn our night to day. So let me say most gratefully that here with you is home to me. My dear, I thank the heavens above for sending me this timeless love. Well, let me say most gratefully that here with you is home to me. My dear, I thank the stars above, still shining on our timeless love. Timeless love. Welcome to this episode of Wednesday Evening Musicale. This is the love episode, which is entitled Sweet Encounter, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a minute, but check out this image. I am singing here every week, and singing and playing, and you were seeing me and hearing me. But you would not be seeing me or hearing me at all if not for the incredible audio and video magic of one Mark Thayer, who is my collaborator in this project, but also my sweetheart and my life partner. So this show is celebrating where life and art come together and meet, which is an honor for me. So I think of this show as kind of my thank you note. No, I'll go even further, Mark Thayer, because I know you're too shy to come and get into this picture with me and get all lovey-dovey. I'm gonna tell you that this is my love letter to you because I can't write you love letters right now because I'm not out on the road, and I really miss doing that. So this is my love letter to you and to all the lovers out there who are navigating their lives together before and now during the pandemic, and hopefully beyond before too long. This show is a celebration of all that. Sweet Encounter. Pretty red hearts everywhere you go. Love is in the air, they say. Roses by the dozen, they're a steal, you know. For deals abound on Valentine's Day. But when the flowers have all been sent and the money's all been spent, well, that's the time for me to say, will you be my sweet post-Valentine after the roses droop? When they take down all those roughly signs and Cupid's flown the coop. No more surf and turf for two. No more heart-shaped bed. I'd still like to dine alone with you and lie down toe to head. Will you be the one who tags along after the schmaltz is gone, happy with a quiet, sweeter song that calmly lingers on? I want no jaunt to Zanzibar, no getaway half price. I just want to be right where you are, your kiss, my paradise. Will you be my sweetheart after all, right now and just enough? Let's just ditch those tricks whose charms enthrall. That's not the lasting stuff. No more smoke and mirrors here. That's not how I'm inclined. I just want to love you plain and clear. Please be my post-Valentine, my sweet post-Valentine. Post-Valentine. I'm just going to get my dulcimer set up. I'll be back in a minute. I sort of love that science has figured out that now we all have our own little microbial energy field around us. It's called a biome, which gives credence to Pigpen, the old Peanuts character, who always had that going on around him. We all have that. We all actually have that. Charles Schultz was prescient about that, and I love that people talk about relationships, and that when people come together, their biomes actually sort of develop a relationship of their own going on around the field of the body. So I think that also when you get into a relationship and you get on the inside of the person, especially after a long time, and when you've gone through life and you've gathered up a lot of experience, and it's like an interior ecosystem, microclimate going on. I call it the weather, the interior weather. That's the name of this song. I reached for you in the pounding storm, the wind so cold, but your hand so warm. We ran for shelter from the thunder and the rain, and if I had the choice, I'd do it all again. 'Cause there in the cottage, with the door flung wide, we took our respite from that storm outside. We conjured fire with our kisses and our cries. Oh, we felt Some storms rage in the middle of your soul. Sun shining outside, but the winds blow cold. Down deep where there's no place to hide from the pain. No hand to hold as your tears fall down like rain. Will you take my hand beneath the clear night sky? Will you kiss me softly as the years go by? Let love be a shelter when the storms come round. Let the fire we've kindled keep us safe and sound. For you in the pounding storm, the wind so cold, but your hand so warm. We ran for shelter from the thunder and the rain, and if I had the choice, I'd do that all again. Weather. I wanted to tell you earlier that Sweet Encounter, this beautiful little painting, happened because I told my dear friend Sue Thompson right after I fell in love that I had fallen in love. And she was so excited and inspired, another place where art and love meet, that she did this beautiful painting, which she shared with me and then I got from her. And so Mark and I had shared custody of this painting until such time as we moved in together over 8 years later, believe it or not. So I'm going to wind up this little episode with a few things that kind of summon up the beginnings of all this. And the first is, of course, we were not together at this point early in the relationship. I was living in Minneapolis, and I would come to visit, and I would write these love letters and such. And there's a beautiful poem that came to my attention during that time, written by, I think his name is Roger Debussy Raboutin, which is called Absence. Absence is to love as wind is to fire. It extinguishes the small. It enkindles the great. This tune is called Longing. So it's time for me to send my first Valentine card to my new love. It had to be just right. I was in this quirky little store, and I found a card that was like no other I had seen. And I think the universe put it in my path because I've never seen a card like it before or since. It was the only card like it in the store. It was empty on the inside because I'm a writer and I wanted to write something to this new love of mine. And on the outside was a little glimpse of another time. It was a snippet of a table of contents on what would have been a book about wooing from Victorian times. They didn't have room for the whole table of contents, but this is what they had room for. Chapter 1, Why One Must Woo, followed by little subheadings of Origins of Wooing, Reasons Against Wooing, Wooing by Women. Chapter 2 is called Whom to Woo, followed by Physical Mates, Mental Mates, Social Mates, and Special Problems. Chapter 3, How Men Woo, followed by Courtship, Marriage, and After, as you might, a little more linear as you might expect for that time. And the last one they had room for, which leaves me perplexed to this day, is called How Women Woo, which was followed by Fancy Flirtations, Judging Men, Nice Girl or Human Being. This really raised the bar on what I was going to put on the inside of this card. So this is what I came up with. I call it Woozology. Oh, you wily wooer, you cause me, the woo-wee, to go woo-woo. And your wooful attentions make me woozy. So, woo away, and do not rue the day or the wooing, for it has hit the mark true. I would not eschew your woo, and if it's the last thing I do, I want to woo you too. This woo is doable. Oh, let the wooing we be doing illuminate the wooless, hold up at Lake Woo Be Gone, and blast them into the new day of the woo play where we woo wondrously and our woo-fired ooze raise the bar on the music of the formerly ill-woominators. Good work and true, this elemental woo, not voodoo, just woo-doo. That's me and you. Woo! Well, I already know I love you. I cannot take it back. The river has carried the message, and the stars on their nightly track, and the birds from tree to tree agree a song should mark the day and the moment of the dawning of two hearts, a timely play. Well, you already know you love me. It's in your body's hum. It longs to join the heavenly song that's heard by only some. The silence finally lifted, first by murmur, then by cry. Oh, and everything that's bound by love is given wings to fly. Well, until your heart's been broken and then made whole once more, you may just hear a whisper through a barely open door. So let your heart come home again and let it sing once more. You just kick that door wide open, 'cause that's what love is for. Ooh, kick that door wide open, my friend, oh, 'cause that's what love is for. Ooh, nice ring out on the dulcimer there already. A tribute to love, to sweet encounter that turns into a much deeper experience over time, in my case, over 8 years now. Thank you, Mark Thayer, for all of your love and your artistic support over the years. Thank you all for listening tonight. Please visit my website, claudiaschmidt.com. I have a virtual tip vessel there. If you would like to deposit some green energy into it, that would be deeply appreciated too. And you can direct people to all of my videos I've been doing are at my website as well. I have a page there now. If you'd like to see the video again, it's there, claudiaschmidt.com. So let's love, let's learn, let's be patient, and let's be wise as we traverse these wild and uncertain times. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Be well.